Good morning, everyone. This is Leslie Tice from Newland, North Carolina. And if it looks like I'm in a fog, sort of, there's something going on with my camera. So the top part of the video is a little bit fuzzy. So that's all. We can also address it to the humidity in the air and the heat. But I wanted to get this video out to you. And this is using our new Poolside Paradise. Beautiful collection, absolutely gorgeous collection. And anything related to water, you will be able to use this collection. Please hurry and purchase it before the papers and the embellishments that are gorgeous run out. Also, we have two new punches that come with this. So I am going to scoot over and spotlight or pin this video. There we go. So if I do that, get rid of me. Sorry, I am just trying to hide this. Okay, so this is Poolside Paradise. I'm going to go through the papers so that you have an opportunity to see each one of them. And then I did create some pages using the project playbook. And then at the very end, we're going to make a super cute border. Anything related to bubbles, the sea, water, you can use this border for. So this is Poolside Paradise. Once again, you get the beautiful cover sheet that gives you all the different colors of the paper, but most importantly are the different types of cardstock that goes with it. So take some of the thinking out, and these cardstock colors will coordinate beautifully with this set. So I don't ever throw my cover sheet away. I will use it as a piece of cardstock, or I will also go ahead and just use it to um, put my embellishments on, and I will show you that when we get to the embellishment page. So let's just go through some of this to start. Beautiful tile background. I see just a beautiful background page, but also you can trim along these and use these tiles of different shapes on your page and different strips. On the back side of that are lemon, oranges, and limes. Absolutely beautiful, great coordinating colors. Then you have this tile background, wonderful for tiles around the pool, but also for any kind of remodeling, and you're doing any kind of remodeling with tile in any way. Then you have your pool tiles on the back. This one is a fabulous paper. Wish they would sell it separately so that we can use it. Also, this one with the words on it, absolutely gorgeous, and they're going diagonal so that you can cut corners out for your paper this time and be able to use it with a nice middle sheet. I see a page in the making. Then you have one that's a perfect frame, and then it's double matted. So you have this middle section, then a thin mat on the outside in this. So you can go ahead and just trim along those and create some different pages with that. Of course, one sheet of bubbles. You have to have a sheet of bubbles. And then our summertime beverages with a watermelon thrown in. And then a wavy blue paper. So these blues are gorgeous with a pool paper on the back. Once again, this is a inch border, I believe, all the way around. The other one was an inch and a half, inch and a quarter. And then you have just a different type of more turquoise water paper with the fun floats and all your summer necessities on there. All right, so that is our paper pack. Something that I'm really excited about are the embellishments, and the embellishments come in three different pouches, and you have some borders, these beautiful circles to use, which is great to coordinate with your circle cutter or your custom cutting system. These are beautiful in here. These are just nice embellishments to go ahead and play on your page, and then some images and icons, so you can use those. So when I store my collection, I store them in the Power Palette folders, and then I will put all the coordinating papers from other collections also, and I use the Power folders. But on the back of my Poolside Paradise, I've used the rest of the embellishments on my pages, but this is what I have left. So whenever I get a collection, I go ahead and use my repositionable tape, and I put them on so that later on I can just pop them off and put them on my page. But this way I'm able to see them all without having to go into the packaging and um, take them all out, spread them all over my table, and then try and find the exact one that I want to see. So these packages are great when you're opening these. Just a tip, the sealed part is right at the bottom, so you don't have to rip the whole thing apart. And it's great to store these here. You can also just stick these in the pocket here. These are longer pockets, and then they all stay together. But why do you have to more the work when you can just go ahead and put them on your cover sheet? All right, I think this is the biggest collection of stickers that we have had. They have shoved so many stickers on here, and they are so beautiful. Beautiful colors, great summer. So there's things that are definitely say poolside, but things that you're going to be able to mix and match and put other places. Bubbles. Um, I was going to see if these bubbles fit on here and if they could be a double border. I will check that later. And then look at all these images. You have pool floats, you have charcuterie boards, you have a fruit tray, you have drinks of all shapes and sizes, plants, lanterns, anything you could want to add just the right accent. And what I love about these is they're small. And so they can fit in those places and just take your eye to the right place on your page. All right. Another component of this is the variety mat pack. There's something new in this variety mat pack also, and I can't wait to share it with you. But on the pages, you're going to see that there's nice ways to use these in nice journaling boxes, or what a day, put a photo on here. And then on the back side, you're either going to have words or a smaller journaling box. Think creatively and go ahead and cut this out using your custom cutting system instead of just placing it on there, corner around your corners. All right, so there's a lot of these um, titles on the top of this, but just don't leave them there. You can trim this off, and you'll see them on the pages also. Trim it off and just use these as little embellishment parts on your page. All right, so here's another one. Girls just want to have sun, making waves. Doesn't matter how I do this, I'm going to always be upside down. Jump into the blue. Beautiful, beautiful sayings. Pool crew, relaxing by the pool. So I will point out where I've used these, but this is the sheet I wanted to show you. This isn't just, I mean, you could put it on there. You could put it on your page, but it's a great place to go ahead and trim these out so that you get more money, more uh, ideas, more embellishments for the dollar. All right. So trim those out. Pool days, and there's a nice, just good journal box. Remember, these are great for just putting your photo on and covering up this if you want and doing a simple border around. Go with the flow, made in the shade, and then pool is a state of mind. So loving the variety mat pack with this. So I did want to go ahead and show you some of the pages from the playbook. And what really stood out to me is the use of the circles. This is using the custom cutting system, but you can also use your circle cutter to do that. Just as an accent to pull your eye to bring these colors together. This is my favorite embellishment of all. It is just absolutely gorgeous. I could just buy more of these. If I knew how to cut them, I would. This is a triple mat using 3 of the embellishments, some stickers. Um, and then this is the new bubble. I don't have my title, but the new bubble border maker punch that's available. All right. So, oh, and I've just used the back of a sheet. I don't throw anything away, so I use the back as my white paper for this. Once again, here's another circle to bring that double page spread in. Here's another double page. And this one you're hollowing it out. I hate to waste that paper, but now I'll just buy another set. So this one is a beautiful double page spread using the laser cut embellishment that you receive in the embellishment pack. This is what I was talking about. I just trimmed out that one journal box. Oh, that must have been one of the top of the journal boxes, but Poolside Living, I just cut this out and put that there. It was great to be able to see that. This is another embellishment with the lounge chairs and the stickers, a mix of the stickers and the embellishments. This is a single page spread. Once again, mixing and matching using those circles as an accent up to the corner. And the last page was very nice and simple. Lots of room for journaling, but using a mix of all our media that we have in here. This was off one of the tops of the journaling boxes also. So those are the pages that were created with that. One other product that I wanted to bring in is that we have our new Happy Greetings Trio card set. And there are three cards that come with that, hence trio. And they're super cute. They've got a shimmer paper that is the bobber and also the waves and the vase on here. So for $7, you're sending out a nice handmade card to people. They think you did all the work. We will never tell them the difference. All right. Now we're going to look at this is the bubble border maker punch, and this is the crest wave. And so I wanted to take a moment just to make a couple quick border. I videotaped this earlier, and so now I have two borders made because it was just me and not that page. But here is the border. I don't think I need this. Here is the border this is the initial one that an advisor had made. Super cute. Great for those bubble bath pages, or you're going to feed the ducks. So very simple. And then this one I used with the Arondic chair. I thought I could use this on a pool, just sitting by the pool or sitting by the beach page. And our next one we're going to do is going to be with the turtles, the sea turtle punch. So I'm going to do the sea turtle punch. I'm also going to need the circle punch. You will need both of these. All right. So let me go ahead and start with the bubble punch. And I'm going to use the gold shimmer paper with this just as an accent. This is a wonderful punch. You're putting your paper in. There's a little line on the front. You're matching that line. You're going to punch it, and then you're going to slide it. Very easy to fill. You're putting your image, your punched image on the blue working part of this image and punch. And what's great about this punch is that you can continue to punch without having to worry about cleaning out underneath. It's able to punch the entire punch. All right. And so we have our paper, we've done our punch, we need it on the opposite side. This little schnibble that stays, I kind of like that because I'm able to use that as an entry point for my next punch. You're going to cut this at 3. You're going to put your bubbles on 3, the bubble that stands up the tallest on the 3. And you're going to trim that down. And then you're going to punch again on the opposite side. So I'm going to use that little standout piece to show me where I'm going to put this in. And then it's nice bubbles. And if you flip your paper, then you can have the exact same. You're going to have a mirror image on the other side. I don't need a mirror image. I like a little bit of change on mine. So I am not going to do a mirror image on that. All right. And we are done with that punch. All right. The next thing is we're going to use the crest wave border maker cartridge, put it into your unit, and then we're going to cut 2 of these, 2 different colors. So I'm going to use this. I think some of these colors are colors that I've had. This is awesome. It does not do it justice uh, on the box because it's just a portion of it, but when you punch it out, it is absolutely gorgeous. It's a beautiful punch. You could trim this down and just use this section. Just use this section. These are great for like pool buoys. You know, where it separates the pool. That's a wonderful use of that. Oh, hooray. And then I don't like scraps, but sometimes I will save this as a tippy top or the bottom of my page. It just kind of closes in that page a little bit. So we are done with that one. And let's go ahead and pull our tray out for our next color. And I'm going to mix this one. Great. Once again, pull this out. Here's some garbage. All right. So I am going to go ahead and move these over. We are done with our crest wave punch. I'm going to pull this and I'm going to go ahead and put my waves on using the repositionable tape runner because there are so many lines on here that I do not have the time nor the energy to try and figure out where I'm going to make that, um, to put the tape runner, one little tape runner at a time. This is what it would be like. One, one, and I don't want to do that. So it was easier for me to do the other way. Now I have the crest of the wave or the top of the wave there. I'm going to go ahead and put it on the bottom just to give it a different look and just to mix this up a bit. All right. So that is done. I'm going to take this little snibble off. Okay, we're all set. I now need my circle, and we will need two of one color and three of the other. So I'm just going to do two of these. I'm going to do three. Yeah, I'm going to do two of these because I like um that lighter turquoise better. Okay, this is sea green. Let me do three of these. One, two, and three. And I need to just lift you up for a second and pull out some foam squares. Sorry, wasn't prepared for that. Okay. So, with my ducks, because my duck is a different type of a punch, I was able to pump those up. With my Arondique chairs, I was not because finding foam squares that small to be able to do it would have been more difficult. So I just popped the entire circle. So let me see. I think I'm going to do the same thing with the sea turtle. I am not going to be able to pop that up. So I'm going to take my sea turtle and take this green that I don't often use. One, two, three, four, five. And one of mine went flying. So I'm going to do another one for good measure. All right. So sea turtles are here. So I'm just going to go and adhere my sea turtles on my page. And I'm just kind of I'm just going to put it on. I'm going to put them haphazardly on the page later or on my border. I love the circle punch. The circle punch and the square punch are ones I use all the time. Also with the decorative ones, I use those. Okay, so I am going to pop these up. And these were foam squares that we had during our adhesive buffet. They're just circles. I don't know if we got more on a page or not. Um, I should probably be doing this a little bit more measured, but I'm not going to do this more measured. That looks like the center for me. That sea turtle is off kilter a little bit. Let me lift him up and just move him over a bit. There we go. All right. Yes, I'm the person that goes into a restaurant and looks at the artwork and fixes all the pictures on because I can't look at them and eat at the same time because they're not straight. All right, there we go. So now we have a beautiful border that can just accent any type of a page. So, oh, my camera moved. Well, you get the point. Here we go. I'll do it this way, and you can still see them. All right. So there we go. Thank you for allowing me to go on the sea journey with you. All right, and there's our borders. So hope you have a fantastic day. Once again, if you are interested in purchasing from me, you can go to my website, www.creativememories.com/user/Leslie Tice. Thanks so very much, and I appreciate you watching.